All right, welcome to the Hickory Chaz YouTube channel. You might be thinking to yourself, oh no, not another break blank number challenge on the golf course. Unfortunately for you, that's exactly what this is, but I'm doing it with golf clubs from the 1920s. But you haven't seen that before. Or maybe you have, and I'm a little late on this. I'm talking golf clubs from over 100 years ago, when the likes of Varden, Ray, Hagen, McDermott, Old, Young, Tom Morris, and Francis Ouimet were out there kicking balls around and creating some history for this beautiful game of golf. That's right, Francis Ouimet. You might recognize it from the what should have been Oscar-worthy and Oscar-nominated, in my opinion, movie, Greatest Game Ever Played, about the 1913 U.S. Open with Francis Ouimet, played by the elusive Shia LaBeouf, by the way, who, shout out Shia. Feel like he needs our support right now. I don't know why. But you know that scene when he's in the shed and the rain's pouring down from him and he's just banging balls, working on the game with what seems to be like a greenskeeper in there. He might make golf clubs too, I don't remember, but he's just in there hammering balls. Epic scene. Epic montage of Shia. He's got a pretty good move, by the way, so that's cool for him. But the goal is really to have a little fun out here, welcome you into the world of Hickory golf, and challenge myself to a possibly impossible challenge, frankly, of breaking 70 with these Hick sticks. I invite you to pull up your favorite old-timey chair, maybe a wooden rocking chair or one that your grandparents used to love dearly. Come along for the ride. Maybe subscribe if you're so compelled. You want to get the notifications when a new video comes out. Isn't that what they say? Like the ring the bell as a subscriber. So leave me a comment if this stuff is enjoyable for you. Come on for the ride. Follow along. Let's go have some fun and let's go break 70. All right, just to go over a couple ground rules that I will adhere to throughout this challenge. Number one, it's got to be at least a par 70, right? None of this par 68 executive course nonsense. Got to break par, whether it's 1, 2, 3 under par. For this challenge, we got to go under par. Number two, I'm going to try to play the golf course between 6,000 and 6,400 yards on the scorecard. I'm not liable if the tees get moved around, or sometimes they're back, sometimes they're forward. On the card between 6,000 and 6,400. I benchmarked that against the 1913 U.S. Open at TCC, the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts. So that's why we're doing that yardage. And it's a little more similar to what they used to play back then in general anyway. Then third, the modern rules of golf will be governing this challenge. None of this, I gotta chip it over a ball because I'm stymied on the green playing with someone, or dropping over my back like some sort of idiot. With that, I think we're ready to get out there onto the first tee. start off with a birdie here. Putt for eagle to start us off. Bit of a misread there. All right, 1 under through 1. We're well on our way. Look at that thing. I remember these on this course. They're like robot mowers. Pretty cool. The reason why this is such a perfect place to start for this Hickory Break 70 challenge is they are basing and using the inspiration for the architecture on each of these holes with sort of one of the classic golf course architects. So think, old Tom Morris, Alistair McKenzie, Charles Banks, C.B. McDonald, Donald Ross, etc. And they're not necessarily template holes, right? I don't want to use that term, but they're certainly inspired by them. Maybe it's a little feature here, a bunker there, sort of an entrance to the green, a particular way that one of these architects might have coined or made famous. So you'll see it as we get out there onto the course. Just thought it was kind of the perfect place to start this challenge. I think that's it. As I tee up on the second hole here, this is C.B. McDonald inspired. You can see kind of this tabletop green falling off in kind of all directions. Pretty quintessential of CB. I also forgot to mention that we'll be playing the blue tees today, which I think is something like 61, 6,200, so right in that middle range. Bunker. All right, got a little lucky, stayed out of the bunker. Maybe not so lucky, actually. Bit of a weird stance. Came out right on me, but love a putt at it. Greens are rolling great. And not that slow. Give one right back. Still even through 2, though. Feeling pretty locked in mentally. Physically, we have yet to be seen. Going for a little tight drop, the right. Just kind of the stinger cut. All right, we got another par 5 here. Got a long way in, but I think if I can get something rolling just over this bunker that I know is out there, it could chase all the way up. So I got the 2-iron in hand. Totally misjudged how this hole is shaped. Thought I could carry this bunker. I cannot. Should have been way left, but now we've got an up and down, difficult long bunker shot. Go! Oh, it took it Took a pretty nice hop. It's honestly not bad from that spot. Chance at birdie. Checked up way quicker than I thought. Like the aggressive attempt. All right. Going for a real Scottish runner on this one. Trying to stay short of that bunker. I know it's reachable, so anywhere short's a pretty easy shot in. Not my best there. A little quick. All right, got lucky that I have an opening here. Trying to pitch this probably 150 right at the front edge. Whoa, that had some heat. Came out like a dying quail. All right, good save. Keep the momentum going. Beautiful hole here, influenced by the great Walter Travis. The bunkering really looks like it could be out across the pond. Pretty cool hole. Gets tricky around this green. Classic example of great bunkering. Just missed carrying this bunker, and now it's a completely different shot. Now I'm really taking anything on the green. All right, should be findable. I think it got a lot of ball there. Flirted with disaster over this green, but strangely, I think there's an opportunity to maybe get up and down here. All right, pretty good. We'll take it. Maybe 8-footer for par. Finding these right to left putts I've had have broken a little bit more than I expect. Ah! Dang! All right. Gotta make some birdies. They're coming. I can feel it. That was a good stroke. This hole's only about 100 yards. The inspiration behind this hole is the architect H.S. Colt, I believe. To be honest, I don't really know who that is, and the Hickory savants out there will probably rail me in the comments. The one comment I get, at least. But this should really be a birdie hole. About 110 yards downhill. See if we can put one close. All right, that was smooth. This actually zipped back a couple feet. Kind of a bummer. I've been getting huge bounces off the first bounce. Do it. Let's go. Big bird. Like the cartoon. Back to even. Couple more of those. It's kind of funny getting excited with no one out here. It's like half exhilarating, half embarrassing. So, just a thought for the crowd. All right, 7th hole here. Inspired by the great A.W. Tillinghast. Back's feeling not great. This is a very confusing hole visually. I know there's a lot more room to the right than you can see. But then you have a weird side hill lie. So I think something just left of that right bunker should carry. Nah, sit down. Buttered it. Oh, let's go. Perfect spot. Not for nothing, this Tillinghast inspired hole really does remind me of kind of the opposite turning, dogleg right version of hole 2 at Bethpage, which is probably my favorite course in the world that I've played. Difficult, kind of visual dogleg shot off the tee. Elevated green. So you really got to pick a good yardage here. And this is a thought-provoking shot. It's about 120 to the hole. Plays probably 8 yards uphill, but the greens have been bouncing a lot too, so it's hard to think about what to hit here. I'm going with just like a smooth, mashy niblick. Yeah, I kind of like that shot. Didn't flirt with the bunker. Couldn't. Solid shot. Gotta be honest, a pretty perfectly executed and thought out shot there. As I toot my own horn. Really judged the distance well. And a pin that you can't get angsty with. One of the harder holes out here, so 2-putt par would be nice. That's what I'm talking about. All right, even through 7. We're scaring it right now. I mean, that's a tough hole. Couple scoreable holes on the back too. So one of my favorite architects, Seth Rayner, inspired this hole. You'll see maybe more when we get up there. From a bird's eye, you can kind of see the more rectangular shaped green. Pins up on a tier in the back. So I'm going to try to punch a mashie, land it right about 155 in the middle, run up there. Sit. Sit. Oh! Landed up top and just kicked over. Left myself in a very difficult position here. Can't risk going down to the right down that slope, so gotta play something a little more conservative. Yeah. All right, that's actually give myself a pretty good chance for par there. I feel like this might be my first left to right putt all day. Let's freaking drain this. Oh, you just freaking smashed it through the break. Gosh. All right. Bogeys are going to happen. We're still right in this. There's a lot of birdie holes on the back. I know there's water up there, but if that's in, I am going to be pissed. This is the Donnie Ross inspired hole, so got to make a good number. All right, after a stone cold perfect drive, got about 145 all the way back to this pin. It's on the top of a tier. Let's see if we can get it all the way back there with the Mashy Niblick. Oh, be good. Set. All right. Got a good look for birdie there. Probably can't see it, but I am probably an inch from falling back into this swale. Now we've got a realistic birdie putt here. Let's see if we can cash it in. Break. Break! Put it up a little too high. It's a good opportunity there, but honestly a pretty tough hole. So lucky to have a shot at birdie at all. All right, here I am on number 10. Pretty competitive front nine there. Hope you follow along the rest of this journey next time. I also just realized that this course is a par 71, so it's actually in reach today. Funny enough, on the first ever, I'm 1 over par, so I got to go 3 red on the back, which, like I said, there's some scoring holes, so I hope you stay tuned. Catch us out on the back 9 on Break 70 Hickory Edition.